Good morning and welcome, I am Arumba. Thank you for joining me. Let's continue our Ottomans world conquest attempt for Europa Universalis IV. So, by now, the patch has already come and gone. I'm playing now today. This is patch day morning, and I probably only have an hour or two left before the patch fully goes live and Wealth of Nations is released. I'm not sure if we'll be able to continue this campaign or not, but before I go too much further, I just want to do a little bit of mental reflection. If you've been a long-time viewer of the channel or you're new to the channel, either way, one of the things that I like to do is to iterate. You know, I like to do things over and over again and get better and better and better, and that's just kind of my thing. What I like to do is to absorb games, figure out their mechanics, decipher them, dissect them, and then get better. I'm not perfect at Crusader Kings 2 or EU4 or any other game. I don't think you can ever really be perfect, but I'm certainly better than I was when I first played back in August when I played Portugal. And if you think that I've made a lot of mistakes, you're right, but that's part of the learning process. So this is just a chance for me to reflect on some of the mistakes that I made and how I could have done better. So first off, if I were to do this over again, I think one of the first things that I would do is speed up the early game by only going for 3 electors. I went for 4 because for some reason I thought you had to have a majority to win, and I don't know, in my mind I thought you'd have to have 4 to guarantee it because Austria is definitely going to have 3. Turns out Austria didn't have 3. Austria only had 2 because Bohemia was voting for themselves. So really you only need 3 electors. That's very significant because you can save, you might even be able to avoid that first coalition war if you only vassalize 3 electors instead of 4. So that would have vastly improved the early game. Second off, in my head, I kind of had this mental thing, like phases to the game. Like, okay, first phase is become the Holy Roman Emperor. Second phase, pass the reforms. Third phase, conquer the world. Thinking to myself, well, you don't want to start conquering the world because it's going to cost a lot, and it's going to take a lot of time to core, and it's a bad idea. You should just wait till you have all the bonuses. But now, upon reflection, it doesn't really make any sense, even if it takes 20 years to core province in this version of the game. Again, patch notes are changing everything. You'd still be better off having started 100 years ago versus waiting until now. So I should have been aggressively conquering like the Mamluks a bit more, I think, and spending whatever points we can to conquer things. And then once all of the bonuses to the Emperor kick in, we might even have had enough land that we could just add it all to the HRE now and push through these last 2 reforms with pure brute force. Which brings me to another very significant mistake that I made. In my mind, okay, give me some credit to this one though. The last time I played as the Holy Roman Emperor, I played as Austria, and this was totally different. So, when the Protestant Reformation happened, and like say Brandenburg switched to Protestant, when you play as Austria, if you enforce religious unity on Brandenburg and make them come back to Catholic, then that's fine. You can do the same thing when you're an Orthodox Holy Roman Emperor. But for some reason in my mind, I was thinking that if I enforced religious unity on Brandenburg, I was going to piss off all the Catholics, even though they're not the same religion. So what we should have done is the second anyone converted to Protestant or Reformed, you enforce religious unity on them because it's only going to piss them off and not everyone else. And I missed out on probably a ton of imperial authority. We ended up going to war with France no matter what, so we might as well have taken that war a few videos ago and just taken it then instead of losing 20 imperial authority there. And I don't know, there's just a lot of things that could have been done better. So I'm gonna play this for another 6 or 7 videos just to wrap it up as far as we can go. But as far as how much time is left, it's 1571. That means that we have 250 years right now. 250 years to pass a reform and a half and then conquer the world. I don't think I'm going to have time to actually do this, and I don't know. Depending on your comments and how strictly or strongly you support it, I'm going to keep the save, but I don't think that there's a huge amount of value in playing an old version of the game where tactics don't really apply anymore, when the achievement isn't even possible anymore because it's not the current version of the game. But I may continue it if there's enough support for it, and it's easy to do with the Open Betas tab in Steam. But as far as the possibility of success goes, I still feel good about it. Like, here's my plan, and let me explain why I think it will work. Once we pass these 2 reforms, the next step is going to be to go into the vassal relationship tab, and we're going to create every single vassal that we can, all of them, because they're all going to be free relationships. Our own personal army size will go down tremendously, but our coring size will go down tremendously as well, meaning that the base time to core will be 3 years, which is 36 months. Then you take 93% reduced coring time on 36 months, and you're down to like 3 or 4 months of coring time. It's very, very quick. And then from there, you attack, you eat a country, you core it in 3 months, then you have to wait 5 years so you can take the rest of it, but you have no overextension while you're waiting, and so you're just eating, say, eat half of Poland, wait 5 years, eat half of Poland, then go eat half of Iraq, then go eat half of Tripoli, whatever. Once Poland's timer's done, you go and attack Poland again. Once you have all of Poland, or all of a vassal that can be released. Doesn't matter who it is, just anybody. Any cores that you can release. Then you release that nation. They'll become a vassal prince, they're free, and they will contribute an autonomous army that will go and siege stuff for you automatically, making it very simple. Now, what will definitely happen is we will accrue a huge amount of aggressive expansion by constantly conquering provinces, right? But that's where what we'll end up doing is soon Portugal's going to reveal to us the New World, the Western. Well, we're not Western. They might have actually already revealed it, but Eastern we'll find out about it. What we do is we go over there and we either send a loan or we just do a no CB war. We go attack them, and then we intentionally do it in a very gamey way. We conquer all of, like, say, the Mayans or the Aztecs, all of them. We take every single province from them that we can. At the same time, we declare war on like a one province minor in here, somewhere around here, or even overseas. Doesn't matter. Just attack one province minor. Even keep a little pet province somewhere, and we siege them to 100%. And then we conquer all of the land in the New World, which is very inexpensive because it's distant overseas against a pagan. So we get a ton of land, and then instead of coring it, we surrender to the 100% OPM over here. And as part of the surrender, we give back all of that land to the country we just conquered. By doing that, every single province that we conquered over there is going to globally reduce aggressive expansion by 7.5. So you just do that over and over again until you probably every 5 years you do that to purge your aggressive expansion. And then you just conquer. And if you expand in every direction, the aggressive expansion will build up in this area, then build up in this area, and build up in this area, and then you get rid of it, and then you keep going. And 250 years with 3 to 4 month coring time. I think it's possible. I really want to do it. I just annoyed how much of a struggle it's been to get to this point. So anyway, founded in 1773. We're a bit ahead of time on that. Anyway, available mercenaries, possible advisors, production efficiency, that's all fine. So where we left things off, we were trying to just get a little bit more support here. We only have one prince in favor of the reform. Most of them are pretty negative. Opinion of Emperor +2. Opinion of Emperor +2. Current amount of reforms. We're overextended. That's the issue. So we've got to wait a couple years. August 22, 1573. That's still pretty fast, but it'll take a little bit of time. So we do that, we pass this next reform. We're going to enforce religious unity on pretty much everyone. Just go straight up to 100 for the next reform. And then if anybody doesn't join, who cares? We'll just attack them again. I don't think it's worth waiting for everyone to support it. As many as possible. We'll go to 100, but... let's see. So from here, I think probably fabricating claims. We're annexing 2 countries, which we do need to do. Fabricate claim, fabricate claim. I'm going to slow the game down just for a second while I get my bearings. Sorry, I did just spend 10 minutes talking about the game plan without actually playing the game plan. And we have some peasants that have just risen up. It's fine. So let's see. We took this country, which was not part of the HRE yet, because we were going to core it, and then we were going to... Next war, we need to... Okay, so we need to fabricate a claim on the capital of Urbino, and then in 5 years we can eat Urbino, core it, and then release Urbino with these 2 provinces. And that will kind of bridge this Holy Roman area here. Meanwhile, we can also fabricate claims on Venice. We don't have a truce with Venice. They're allied with Sardinia and Aragon. Sardinia is not part of the HRE, but it's a one-province minor. We could eat them. We need more diplomats. We are already annexing you, so we don't need to improve relations with you anymore. Force limit 99 out of 122. We have room for more boats. Got a pretty decent commander. Just lost our quartermaster. Discipline sounds good. We should attack somebody. I remember I had just taken the mission that gives me 3 claims when I really probably should have taken the mission that gives me more. But I want to pass this next reform, and it'll be difficult to do if we conquer and get more overextension. So how about for the next war? Why don't we attack Persia? Persia is going to call in Oman, and we'll feed Iraq their last province. And then that way we don't take any overextension. It's not going to take 5 years, but I think that's what we do. So we declare a holy war, and hopefully we get Ghazi. Yes, we did. I was reading the comments from a number of videos ago, and still don't really quite understand why Ghazi did or didn't work sometimes. Some people suggested just reloading the game, which probably would have been a prudent course of action. I'm guessing it's just a bug, because sometimes it worked versus the Mamluks, sometimes it didn't. Other times it worked versus whoever the hell was over here. Other times it didn't. It's just one of those things that was really stupid. Alright, it would either work or not work, and kind of inexplicable. Still, I'm really liking, I'm really enjoying the mechanics behind this attempted world conquest. Now the patch notes just came out, and they're going to ruin everything. I mean, they ruin everything. Ghazi's totally reworked. You can no longer offer loans to countries. They ruined everything. They always find, oh, you're having far too much fun with this. Let's ruin it. Fabricate another claim on Hungary, or did we already get enough? We already got them all. Okay, how about Venice? Start fabricating a claim on pretty much everyone we can. Crimea. We'll get a small backlog of provinces that we can attack, but then after we actually pass a few more reforms, we are going to be bottlenecked by claim speed. So at some point, we'll probably have pretty much every single diplomat just working around the clock on fabricating claims. Of course, if we keep getting caught, that will really suck. So we picked up some aggressive expansion, conquering Naples. Which is okay. And that was another mistake I made. I probably shouldn't have spent any time... Like, every country should be ticking down aggressive expansion at all times. Since it's a static reduction in aggressive expansion, 2 per year, it makes sense that you want to have as much aggressive expansion with as many countries as possible ticking down. If it's not ticking down, then you're missing out, you know, or you could be losing some and you're not. So this is all infantry. Man, I've made a really unbalanced army here, haven't I? Seems fine. Karakyunlu needs to be annexed as well. Should improve relations with them. Now this commander was our 4-4. He's pretty awesome. So I think once we get these guys in, back up to speed 4 now. I'm feeling fine. The conquest versus Urbino. What is the penalty for breaking a truce, by the way? Because that's something we might also consider. Once that diplomat gets back, I'm gonna go check that out. This is gonna be an annoying battle in the mountains, but with our 4-4 commander and the fact that we've got stupendous tech advantage, level 10 versus level 14, I don't think it's going to be a big issue. Should we take it? Let's just take the fight. Persia has quite the army, actually. Okay, we took a, Desert Mountain. So we have a 3 penalty. Maybe it's going to be far more significant than I had thought. Probably will be. Wouldn't surprise me. But we have Ghazi. So if we just roll well a couple times, we can just beat down their manpower. Alright, let's we don't actually want to siege this. We want Iraq to siege it. I'm assuming he's going to run to, like, Kerman or Hormuz. Yeah, we'll just set that army up in the mountains. Oh, wait. He is trying to come for us anyway. Okay, so we have 3 diplomats free. I think we fabricated another claim on Venice. No more claims to fabricate on Aragon. I'm sure there's more we can fabricate on Crimea and Poland. This battle should go pretty well in our favor, I think. Look at that, they actually have a morale advantage. Oman, what are you doing? Religious ideas and defensive. Ah, defensive, so getting plus 25% from defensive. So we'll march in there. I don't see Iraq's army anywhere. What are you guys doing? I want Iraq to go to Basra. Look at that manpower gain. 3,300 a month. Ooh, Tuscany just ate Urbino. I guess I'm okay with that. They're part of the HRE. They'll add it to the HRE, I assume. Maybe they won't. Now I have no way of going to war with them over this, and they have no allies. Unless they get an ally, we can't really do anything about that. But we can create Urbino here. Once we add it to the HRE, we can just create it now. That'll actually give us some imperial authority a little bit quicker. That would be nice. Ooh, stack wipe on Oman. Once again with the crossing penalty, this time desert though, thank goodness. I think we'll be okay. I just want to make sure that Iraq's army's safe so they can go siege. Unfortunately, Kara is the one that's actually going for the siege. Oh well, whoever sieges it will end up giving it back to Iraq. That's all that really matters. New idea. Available mercenaries. Sounds pretty good. Okay, Crimea, we can't fabricate again. We still have 3 diplomats on the way home, okay. Alright, well I'm going to take a break here. I will keep playing this. I'm going to record as many as I can before the patch goes live, so thank you for watching everyone. See you soon.